Pickaxe.
Hello and welcome to 0 Degrees, the podcast with no qualifications where we try and solve your complications. I'm Ravs and I'm joined by the lovely Barry and Lids. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
How you guys doing?
You know.
Doing good, Ravs. I'm in a cupboard.
Yeah, you're in the little cupboard across from my recording room today.
I mean, to say that I can't move is like an understatement. Like I'm sat at the desk, Ravs. On the right-hand side of me is a massive 3D printer. To the left of me is 4 monitors stacked up on the desk.
Oh my god.
And then below my desk is 3 monitors. I can't even move my feet.
Do they still have all the cardboard boxes in there as well?
I'm just turning around. Yes. No, actually, no, they don't.
Yeah.
No,
okay.
Gone.
There's a ton of them
they're
in
gone.
there. So the room you're in used to be our COVID testing room back in.
It's riddled with disease.
I'm in like the biohazard room. I kind of hate it. It's kind of the worst. But you know, all the other rooms are taken, and we got to record 0 Degrees. So I'm here. I'm just in Harry's cupboard.
I've never been
Harry's
in that
special
room.
cupboard.
I'm imagining it's just like a vent, and you're just like laid out flat with like a little laptop holding on for dear life.
It's not great. I'm not gonna lie to you. Me. Honestly, all of us wouldn't fit. We're all the wrong size. We're all too big
quite
for this
large.
room. You used to be a small person. This is a small person's room. How you doing, Liz? Though, hopefully happier than me.
Yeah, no, I've got space. I can move my arms around and stuff. It's pretty
really
sweet.
rub it in. Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Nice.
I'm a bit sleepy. I had that the dreaded sleep pattern fuck up where I accidentally, the Sunday thing of falling asleep on the sofa watching TV, woke up at like 9 p.m, knew I had to get up super early today because I've had like a really busy day of recording, so I had to set my alarm for like 8 a.m. and was lying wide awake at 4:30 in the morning like, oh, like the pain where you set your alarm and your phone says you have 3.5 hours until your alarm goes off, and it's just, and the more you think about it, the more you can't sleep, so it just gets worse. So I'm kind of like in a delirium right now. I
had that last night, but I would attribute it to the clocks changing.
Oh shit, and that as well. Yeah,
that really fucked it. Do you know what my strategy is for moments like that? Is I kind of just accept. I'm like, cool, I'm not going to sleep. That's fine.
Yeah.
And I might as well just like at least like turn my brain off a little bit and just, even if I'm not sleeping, I'm just relaxing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like at least then I'll be calm and I won't be anxious, because there is that like, it builds up, it snowballs, right? You're like, oh God, I can't sleep. Oh God, that makes me, then I can't sleep more because I'm thinking about I can't sleep.
Exactly. It's like our vicious cycle. The more that you want to sleep and you stress about not being able to sleep, the more you can't sleep. So
yeah,
it's like this horrible, you're right. The thing you need to do is like just switch your brain off. Like there is that technique. Have you guys ever tried it? The thing they taught,
military one?
Yeah, the military one for firefly flying people. You know, the people in jet planes. It was like
fighter pilots.
Yeah, that's the words. They were taught it as a method because they had to be awake and alert that they could just sleep, not like whilst they're flying, but like in between when they stopped.
I was just imagining a man flying a jet, and then he's like, right, well, basically we've got nothing but the sky in front of us for about 20 minutes. I'll just have a nap.
Have
a quick nap, autopilot. But yeah, if you can master it, apparently it works. Like people can fall asleep within like a minute, no matter what. Like sitting up in the cold, you're just like bam, out, gone.
Oh, I'd love that.
What is the method? Do you know?
So I read it. It's basically, it's kind of like, I guess, a bit sort of meditation-y. It's like you're imagining yourself, it's something like on a boat or in like a hammock, which is like really deep and like velvety and dark. And you have to relax each part of your muscles all down your body bit by bit. And you basically do this whole kind of like relaxation meditation process. And if you can get it down, eventually you're meant to fall asleep within like 2 minutes. But easier said than done, because, it's one of those things where the more you try and do it, the more you can't.
The thing is there also just a level of, you're in the army, you're fucking exhausted all the time, you're stressed, and you really need sleep. So actually, is it just really easy to get to sleep?
You're so sleep deprived. I think so. Probably if you're just a fucking video game streamer who got up at 4 p.m. and sat around on your ass all day, you're probably not just gonna need it as bad.
I don't want to derail it, but like, aren't you also supposed to like have your legs up on an incline as well? Like not like sex swing level, but like just have them up like a little bit on like a pillow or something like that.
You need them stirruped. You need your legs stirruped in the air.
In a birthing position.
Stirrup your legs up, spread them apart. You'll fall asleep in a minute. Trust me.
Wow. If not,
Jesus.
Raz will put you to sleep. That's a
My
guarantee.
goodness.
No, I swear I read that. That's a bit weird, like having your legs up or something, like in an incline or something. I don't know.
Is it
Oh my
pushing
God.
more blood in your brain? Is that
Blood
Maybe.
into your sleepy
I
brain.
don't know. How does that work? I
God
feel
knows.
like I don't know how much I trust it. Oh, so I'm kind of scared. You guys not scared of stuff like that? I'm kind of scared of like this
What, like
works. and I don't,
super quick sleep?
yeah, I feel like that's kind
Why
of
are you
terrible.
scared?
I don't know. That kind of scares me. I'm just like, what if I do it accidentally? What if,
Like, it feels like a biohack. You found a hack for your body. The
life
sleep
hack.
skip.
Yeah.
The life hack.
Sleep
The
skip.
sleep skip.
When you say you're scared, Harry, do you mean like you're scared to just be walking down the street and suddenly, oh,
and I
fuck.
just sleep?
Oh, fuck, I'm asleep.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, yeah.
I don't love like sleeping in the public. You know, I don't feel like that's like
No?
a big. I'm not a big like sleeper on planes. I feel like I get quite
yeah, me neither.
self-conscious. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, when your mouth hangs open and you
Yeah.
start drooling and snoring and
I'm
everyone's looking at you
bricked
taking
up.
pictures.
Yeah, you know, I just don't want it. I don't want to. Like, I can never get over people who sleep on stream. Like, that's
Oh my
fucking
God,
wild.
how?
Ah, it's crazy to me.
How?
Like, that is fucking mental. I will just. You could never pay me enough money to do that. That is so weird.
Same. Like, A, I would be way too conscious that there are people watching me, so I would not
Uh-huh.
be able to switch my brain off. B, I just know that's the night I sleepwalk, get up, rip all my clothes off,
Yeah.
start shitting. I don't know, one of those things.
Eating my shit.
Eating my shit, smearing it on the
walls.
walls.
My boy Justin's on like 25 days of subathon and he sleeps on his stream like every time. Like, how do you do that? I can't do it.
What if you get a
I'd be too scared
boner?
that-
That's it.
Yeah,
What if you get bricked up? What if you pop a
What
nut?
if I get? Yeah.
if you not?
I'm prone to being bricked up in the morning.
Yeah.
And what if my fucking
no, bro, if you're
balls
not
slips
waking
out?
up bricked up, then something's gone
Yeah.
wrong. Like, that's the good.
Exactly.
I'm not going to lie, that's the first time I've heard that as a description. I thought you meant constipated.
Oh no.
If I don't wake up constipated, it's not right. I understand now. It means boner. Okay.
Boner, yeah. If you got that morning wood, like,
Okay.
what
Yeah, what do they do?
But also, it's so awkward because everyone watching surely knows that you've got morning wood. And are we going to talk about it? Do we?
Yeah.
Do we?
Yeah.
Do I
Are
pull
we
the
gonna-
mic over and I'm like, "Hey
Yeah.
guys, how's it going?" Yeah, I just woke up. My dick is so erect right now.
Gonna have to sit here for like at least 5
Yeah.
minutes before I get out of the bed. Just
By that
for
point,
no
I'm going to
reason
really
at
need the
all.
toilet. Like,
Yeah.
Oh God! And what happens if it's hot and you've like kicked the blanket off in your
Yeah.
sleep and it's just there for everyone, for man and God to
Yeah,
see?
right.
Like,
it just feels like there's so many risks.
it's too risky.
What if your fucking ball slips out the side of your fucking boxers or something?
Yeah.
You're like, there's so many possibilities.
You'd have to wear, like, to be safe, you'd have to wear like head to toe onesie with no like holes in it, and one of those like key lock things that like keep your boner down. What are they? Chastity
Chastity
belts?
belt.
Or yeah, you have to wear one
I
of
was- I
those.
was wondering
It's
if
the
there's,
only
like,
way.
Is there like the opposite of Viagra? Can you just pop a load of like that and then just be like soft as a fucking soft as Play-Doh for like 12 hours and then you're just good? You know,
Yeah, what is the equivalent of that? I guess
what's like an
anti-boner. Take your anti-boner pill.
take my anti-boner pill?
Yeah, and then you're safe.
I don't know. I just think it's so. Also, just like
Fuck's
don't-
sake. I looked it up and of course it's a Reddit thread and the first comment is like the most boomer response. Is there a drug that's the opposite effect of Viagra, Cialis, all that stuff that reduces libido? And then the top comment is a boomer being like, not a medication, it's called marriage.
Oh God!
Fucking
that
guy's fun.
being married to that guy is a fucking joy.
Put that on a fucking birthday card or whatever. Put it in
Yeah.
the boomer like wedding anniversary section of
Yeah.
Asda, because that is just crying for that sort of treatment. One of the like my favorite kind of like characters that you see online is the old boomer man who hates his wife, and it's always
Oh my
this
God,
weird.
yeah.
The joke is always about like, oh, you just fucking hate her. It's like, what?
Why the fuck are you with her then? You
Why?
fucking.
Why did you marry your wife?
Why do you
Yeah,
like
this
hate
this
the thought of
only
having
reflects
sex with
badly
her?
on you. This only
Yeah.
reflects badly on you. You look like an absolute wanker. Like,
It's such a weird like caricature of like this certain guy.
it's nice, Lydia, because then they evolve into divorce court dads, and then that's my
true.
favorite. That's my like real top, online dad personality.
Wait, what did they evolve into?
Divorce court dad.
Oh yeah, divorce court dads. Yep.
It's just
It's
depressing.
a slippery
like,
slope. Yeah.
Don't forget conspiracy uncle as well.
conspiracy
Oh.
uncle. Yeah, that's a good morph. That's a good morph
Oh.
of the dad evolution chain.
What about mums who share missing dogs in different countries on Facebook?
Optimistic mum.
This dog is
Optimistic
missing
mum.
in Spain. Mum, you don't know anyone in Spain.
I find it so intriguing that all of our childhood we were spent being warned of, like, you know, be careful on the internet. You know, there's fake news on the internet. There's, you know, misinformation on the internet. There's people out there. And then it just turns out that actually it's just the boomers. They're the ones who never
boomers.
listen to their own advice.
Yeah,
and just
exactly.
completely just publicly humiliating themselves on Twitter and Facebook. And it's just fucking hilarious.
Every now and again, like when I'm bored, I don't use Facebook anymore, but every now and again when I'm bored, I'll just like open up the app and have a scroll. And it's so funny how like it's like fucking cliques at school, right? Like the different groups that congregate in Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and looking at the Facebook boomers and the posts that have like all those like laughing emoji reactions and stuff. Like my mum sent one like, this made me laugh so much. God bless her. She's, you know, what a sweet soul. But it's like the most boomer joke of it being like, name's Bond, James Bond. And he's sitting next to a dog and the dog says, name's Labrador. Labrador. And it had like 5,000 laughing reacts to it, or 10,000 laughing reacts. And it's like, this is boomer meme energy. So strong, so pure.
Oh, it's so bad. So bad.
It's so cringe. But then you go onto Twitter and everyone's just awful, and then you go onto Instagram and everyone's insufferable.
I love on Twitter. That's one of my favorite archetypes is like angry man or angry. Actually, it was angry woman as well, who shouts at like BBC or like political figure, like they can see. Do you know what I mean? Like the internet is like a personal conversation and not just like this weird marketplace.
Yeah.
Just people oh my god! That's
I don't know if there's still a thing, but I remember Minion memes, so I quickly Googled one.
Yeah.
And there's one here that's from the I Love Tequila Facebook page that says, I ran out of coffee this morning. Tequila seemed a reasonable replacement.
Oh.
Everyone is so pretty today.
I love that he's holding a beer. It's a minion holding a beer.
He's holding a pint.
What? It's not even got the right drink.
Also, it doesn't even have any likes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh.
Do the people that use Facebook, do they still do Minion memes? Surely not.
I bet they do. There's definitely like
A little bit of me wants to
be-
go undercover and just get into those communities and
Oh
just
my
see
God.
what are they actually like. Are they all right? Like, I don't know, because a lot of it just seems very botty to me as well. Do you know what I mean? It just always seems not human in the way that they like interact.
It is.
They just have no like self-consciousness. Do you know what I mean? I think there's no like awareness of what it looks like, what they're doing.
I think that should be a series of going undercover in the world of like Facebook boomer minion meme land and like infiltrating their ranks and seeing what it's all about.
I mean, the reality is probably very sad, right? It's probably just a lot of just lonely people on the internet posting minion memes.
Yeah, stuff like, I have a date tonight with my bed. We are totally going to sleep together. And then a minion looking all coy. Like, oh my God. I would react to that so fucking hard. I just stepped on a cornflake. Now I'm officially a serial killer. Minion holding a gun. Oh, how do they think this up?
I guess it's quite interesting, right? Because we've kind of forgave Facebook. We've kind of moved past it. You know, it's in the distant memories of the internet for us now. And I kind of feel like, you know, we first saw TikTok and we're like, eyes roll, not this, you know, more dancing kids app. I don't like, when do we
What killed my mother.
fuck? Minion.
Sorry.
Like, when are we going to think Twitter is cringe and old?
We will get there.
How close are we?
Yeah, we used to think
Yeah.
Facebook was the shit. Well, actually, I remember when back in my day when I was on MySpace and Facebook came out, and everyone thought that Facebook was lame and like MySpace was where it's at. You can fucking customize, and then everyone like jumped ship onto Facebook, and it was the fucking
Did you guys
coolest
do
place.
Bebo?
I did a little bit of Bebo.
I did some Bebo.
I did some Bebo.
I dabbled in Bebo, and now
Why did you give me your free loves today? What the fuck?
Why'd you not poke me? Poke me back. Poke me back.
And now, so yeah, one day, I mean, TikTok's now like the cool place to be. So is Twitter going to become cringe, and TikTok and Instagram are like the cool places?
I don't know. I feel like the thing is with Twitter is it what made it good versus Facebook and what Facebook ruined was the chronological RSS feed type way of consuming content, right? Like I really like that. I really like being able to scroll until I know I'm caught up to where I last looked and then close the app. And I find that so satisfying. That's such a satisfying cycle of being able to, all the people that I care about and all the things that I care about, I get to see what they've said and then I get to leave and never participate again. And the infinite scroll, I actually feel like really doesn't work.
I hate For You pages.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're
hate
the
them.
worst.
Like, because 90% of it is not stuff I'm interested in. I don't want to have to spend hours teaching an algorithm like YouTube to give me the right stuff.
I was so addicted to TikTok recently that I've had to delete it. I deleted it like 3 weeks ago or something. But I've replaced it with Instagram Reels, and I can't stop scrolling Instagram Reels now.
It's like the same thing, basically, isn't it? It's
a trap.
Yeah, I've
very
recently fallen down
though,
that
right?
hole.
Like, do you leave those like hours spent, and you're like, do you feel good?
No, I don't. Like, there's hours of stuff there, and I might see like 5 memes that I'll send to other people that genuinely made me cackle. But the cackle to time spent they're dreadful.
Yeah. I think also it makes you, I find like a lot of social media makes me feel like not anxious, but it makes you feel like I'm not doing enough, I'm not participating. Do you know what I mean? Like that, there's that kind of like everything's going on. You're seeing so many people doing things, and then you're just like, well, I'm just here doing not a thing. Trainers.
Yeah.
I'm sat in my sweats right now, and you're on holiday.
And it's just like, I don't really want to fucking look at that. I don't need to see that.
I think it's going to be like really interesting in the future to see the effect that people that have just like later generations who have just been born into the social media era, what effect it will have on people being like, having that information, having that kind of the social, that element put on you from when you were born. Like, it'll be interesting to see the effect, because I saw something interesting today, and it was talking about how it's only recently that people have been able to have constant connection to you, right? Like back in the day, if you wanted to contact someone, you had to call them on the phone, and if they didn't answer, they didn't answer.
Did a Minion meme just fucking
spark that?
Yeah, the glory days. Whereas now, like, you can, there's a multitude of ways to instantly contact someone, and you're like have to be available for people constantly. There's Discord and WhatsApp and Twitter and Instagram and TikTok.
Do you guys kind of miss that? Because I don't know if it's nostalgia, but I think I kind of miss it. Like phoning your friend on a landline phone, like their mum or dad answers, and you're like, "Is James there?" And then like, or even like going out and going round to their house and knocking on their door to see if are you coming out to play?
Yeah,
or whatever. Like, that was so good.
I think it's the difference between being able to connect constantly and actually having meaningful connections, right?
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
the availability of connection means that we're constantly in contact, but it doesn't mean that any of the connections we're making are actually meaningful in any way.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't mean to say they can't be meaningful, but I mean, previously you called someone because you needed to speak to them or wanted to speak to them. Now you can just message someone and they will see it, and they've seen it, and I don't know. I feel like, to answer your question, I feel like a lot of us are going to come up just way more cynical about it all.
Yeah.
Like, we'll know how to use it advantageously for our lives, but I don't know. I really love the internet, but also I feel like social media is like some of the worst bits of the internet.
Agreed.
Yeah, I've been
agreed.
so cynical lately.
Me
like,
too.
I'm trying to be better, but like I logged onto Twitter and I saw Twitter was mad at Mr. Beast for doing something, and I was like, fuck those people. I'm so mad at them. And I was like, wait, why do I give a fuck about A, Mr. Beast, and B, the people who are mad at him? Why did I give a shit?
Yeah,
Why
exactly.
did I care?
Like, the internet is amazing. It's given us these incredible jobs. It's, it connects people, but I 100% agree with that. Like, I will wake up in the morning and immediately like start scrolling on Twitter and read the most, because of the For You page, I always forget to turn it off. The most like
so
horrific.
Annoying that it defaults to it as well.
Yeah, it defaults to it, which is such a pain in the ass. But you'll read the most like vile cesspit opinions from people. And that consciously, if you're just, and then you're angry about it and you're thinking about it, you're pissed off about it. And it's just, if you weren't looking at it, you wouldn't be privy to all this negativity and nastiness, but you're just like ingesting it. And it can't have a good effect on you. Surely it's got to make you just a bit more fucking miserable and cross at everything.
Yeah, I guess we won't know for a long time how it is warping all our brains. But I think it's really good to take those moments and just fucking literally go touch grass. Literally do walk outside.
Go for a walk.
Go and see people in your town. Just go and look at how the rest of civilization doesn't fucking give a shit about whatever is the micro echo chambered chaos that you're seeing online in that moment. The rest of the world is functioning and happening and doesn't fucking matter.
And none of the shit matters. Yeah. It's also inconsequential, but yeah, it's crazy. I think it's very interesting.
I think the worst thing the internet's done is made like hate and like sadness rise to the top. It feels like that those are like they're such like prevalent things online nowadays. It just sucks. I don't want I fucking don't want to open my phone and see that shit. Fuck off.
There's
it's
so much hatred online. Like it is like especially on Twitter. I find Twitter to be particularly bad for it. There's just so much like anger and like
just
complete
sexism,
non-acceptance,
misogyny, racism, like you just
transphobia. It's just awful.
It's mental.
Yeah.
You don't walk down the street and see that all the time. Do you know what I mean?
No.
You go out to the pub and maybe on occasion you'd see someone being horrible, but most of the time in real life you don't go and see that. It's not what it's like.
No, not at all. But and also the people that you choose to surround yourself in your life, they tend to be like good people. And, unfortunately, when you do encounter those people, it's not because you want to, it's because of whatever reason. Whereas online, it's just everywhere. It's constant. It's just, you're all like consistently pushed it onto your like main page all the time. It's like, it's just absolute vile.
I'm interested. I feel like I want people to like write in and let us know how much do they use the internet? Do they feel like it's like good, bad? I don't know. I feel like a lot of our listeners will have a lot of thoughts on this. I think we've been pretty negative because obviously there's some pretty massive positives, obviously, right? You can connect with people, you can find communities, enjoy your hobbies, share,
friends,
there's so many good positives.
I do think there's cool things online, like like Discord and fucking Twitch and other like things like that.
Definitely,
there's good places online to spend your time with like actual connections, like voice chats and stuff. We're literally recording the podcast right now in Discord.
Yep.
Like,
we have careers because of the internet.
But social media, goddamn, can just be so miserable.
Yeah.
Well,
like your Twitters, Instagram, Facebook,
it's
all
the
that
positive
stuff.
and negative, right? Internet is great at bringing people together who have similar ideas, views, and opinions, and loves and likes. And obviously, those loves and likes can be really good things or be really fucking horrible things. So it validates both nice opinions and fucking horrible scumbags. But I don't know. Yeah. I think overall it is probably good. It's just sometimes it's fucking just rough looking at it.
Yeah. Internet good, social media can be bad.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Nice. What a tangent.
Wow, oh my goodness.
What a fucking is this our first huge segue, or not a segue, our huge tangent? Is this like
I think so.
I think this is a huge one.
Almost
we
25
didn't plan
minutes
that.
long.
Sorry, that was just just a ramble.
Just went
from
for
Minion memes to mind-destroying dystopian outlook on social media.
Yes, you get it all with 0 degrees.
Shall we do a question?
Let's do a first
It's some of the time we have left.
Yeah. Sure, we can get a question or two in here, right?
No, I think that's enough for this week, Ravs. Let's get
Question 1. Hey guys, if you had the ability to make an AI that mimicked any video game character and subsequently brought them on as a guest on 0 Degrees, who would you pick?
That's a really good question.
That's a good question.
Who would be like really interesting to like interview and would have like cool opinions about stuff?
Much of me just wants to say Mario.
Oh no! But what if Chris Pratt just literally shows up?
That's my worry. But technically, he's had like one of the longest careers, right? As a video game character. Like, are we thinking that? I'm thinking him as like an actor, not as his character.
I think we're supposed to think of it as the character, though, right?
Because I don't want to talk to him about mushrooms and saving the princess. That's going to get boring real quick.
I saved the princess.
But think about it like a bit of like Jerry Springer. Get Bowser, get Peach on there, get him on there. Being like, what the fuck's going on? Why are you always stealing his girl?
God.
Like
Jerry.
Like turn it into a little bit of like drama, you know?
Oh God, the chairs weren't bolted down. They're throwing them everywhere.
Like, how come you guys always still play golf and go karting together when this dickhead is always taking your girlfriend? Like, what? Can you explain it, please? Is it just for the cameras?
Why is he invited to the Mario party, man?
Why is he
here?
there?
It is very strange. You're very forgiving, Mario.
He is, isn't he?
Who would you guys go for?
I'm trying not to be biased and just literally pick a character from my favorite game, and trying to think of someone who is like genuinely got like an interesting sort of career going. I mean, I think Nathan Drake would be kind of cool. Or Lara Croft, someone that's been like done lots of traveling, lots of exploring. I know I want to just say Snake because I know
I feel like both of you are going to say Snake.
Yeah.
I'm trying so hard to pick anything else.
Do you
know what? Commander Shepard from Mass Effect.
That'd be cool.
Okay. I haven't played Mass Effect. Tell to me why he'd be good.
She would be good.
Sorry.
Friendship enjoyers.
Sorry.
Okay.
She.
Because she has literally saved the world 3 times and travels around in space in the universe. Yeah, the universe, not the world. Travels around, has met a bunch of aliens and stuff. Bet they'd have some amazing stories.
Okay.
I think probably.
I like that.
Yeah, I think I like that. Something we know nothing about, right? You know, that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
I was going to actually say, I think I'd get like, I don't know, Gwyn from Dark Souls and be like, just explain the lore to me. Just can you explain the lore? Because this is so complicated. Maybe someone from like Elden Ring. Get like Melania from Elden Ring and be like, why are you so hard? Like, why are you so hard to beat?
But would she be her character? Would she be evil? Would she try and kill you? Like,
well, thank God if we're recording the podcast on Discord. We're certainly not doing that one in person. She's like covered in rot, Lydia. It would not end up well.
She'd be stinky. What about the guy from Super Seducer? If I could have any.
I hate him.
I've never played it. I've only heard like all the terrible things about it. Is it basically like you play as him and you are seducing women? Like I don't.
No, it's like a faux irony game. Honestly, I would attribute that as like soft Andrew Tate. You know,
right?
That's like the gateway drug to Andrew Tate.
Yeah. It's basically him as a character that's probably not really a character, teaching people how to seduce.
A pickup artist. Like,
that term is so repulsive.
Pickup artist.
It's an ick.
That's an ick. That's a mega ick.
Yeah. I just would.
Am I tripping? Or did they like ask Lewis to be in that game?
They asked Hat Films.
Did they?
It's Hat Films.
Because Hat Films did the really funny parody, which is hilarious, of Super Seducer and well worth watching. Actually, Hat Films' entire playthrough of the game is well worth watching. They are really funny about it. But yeah, I think they asked Hat Films to be in it. I think Hat Films were like, "No, are you insane?"
I fucking love it if Lewis was in it though.
Jesus.
I did remember reading the guy's email that they'd sent him, and it was pretty psychopathic. Like just the guy was clearly mental. Like he was not all there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, interesting guy. I guess who would you not want to have on the podcast? Who would be like top list? That like it would be terrible. Pikachu would be fucking awful.
I mean, you get nothing out of the Pokemon, would you?
They're
just one word answers.
Speaking of, pay my respects, RIP to the goats. Ash and Pikachu finished after 25 years this week.
Oh yeah, you could get Ash on and talk to him about his career and
So Ash, tell me, why are you still 10 years old?
Why are you still 12? Yeah, what is going on?
Fuck. Yeah, what's a bad one? What's one that you're like, oh my god, I would not want that guy on there? I mean, Ganondorf, as I say his name, Ganondorf used to scare me from, what's it? Oh, my brain's gone dead.
Pyramid Head. Pyramid Head, probably pretty bad.
Oh, yeah. What was I trying to say? The Zelda
Ganondorf from Zelda.
From the N64. Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina.
It was something about his like the way his face is, the shapes, the curves. It freaked me out.
He just has a big nose.
No, but he's just really scary in it. When I was a kid, I thought he was terrifying. The scene at the beginning where he rides along on the horse and it's raining and he's got the princess and there's like lightning and stuff.
That's pretty
cool. That scared me. I think I'd be scared to talk to him. His laugh,
Honestly-
isn't he like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Ravs has posted a picture. Now I remember exactly what he looks like. He is not scary at all.
Oh,
He's not scary at all. He
looks-
looks like
oh my
looks
God, he's not,
friendly.
is he?
He honestly looks like the main character.
Oh my God, he looks lovely. Why am I in my head? I've like, because I first watched my brother play it when I was 8 years old. In my head, and I've played it plenty of times recently, but he's morphed into this terrifying creature. But looking at this lovely little man with
he's really cute.
He looks gorgeous. I'd love to have him on the podcast.
I
He looks
would
like a
wanna have him on
sweetheart.
the podcast. Yeah. I'm wondering if Link is the bad guy.
Is Link the bad guy? Because that guy looks really nice.
Having Link on would be kind of interesting.
Oh, he'd be boring as well, wouldn't he? Yeah.
Hiya.
Yeah. Wouldn't fucking say anything. Yeah. Is
Link,
it?
tell us about the chickens.
Yeah. Because if it's like the actual character, because he doesn't speak, he never speaks, does he?
A lot of the time, main characters don't really speak, do they? Would the Last of Us characters be good? I haven't played the game. I've only watched the TV show.
Ooh,
that'd be really depressing,
Yeah, it would be really
honestly.
depressing. Like, how's life? Not great.
Not great.
Not great. Not great. Yeah, I feel like, have you guys played Disco Elysium?
Oh,
I was
yes.
gonna say getting Harry the boys on it,
Harry the Boys would be so good.
but would he
Or
not?
even Kim.
Oh, Kim would be great. Fuck yeah. Although maybe that would be a bit depressing as well. Depends. Like,
No, depends what dialogue options
yeah,
Harry picks.
that's true. That's true. But yeah, I think if I'm going to pick one, I'm going to be boring and say Solid Snake, because surely he's just going to have the most interesting stories, and he'll be a charmer. He'll be flirting with me. I'll be blushing. Like,
Flirting with you.
yes, with me.
I will be fully dressed up as an assault rifle so that he is just non-stop coming.
What the fuck, dude?
I love-
Don't
I love
fucking
when
cockblock me.
Remember Metal Gear Solid 3 when he's just like so
Yeah.
horny for his
He
guns?
is so horny for that gun.
There's literally tits in his face and he's like rubbing his gun.
Listening to this
wait.
with no context is amazing, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm just having a great time. I'm just like, what the fuck?
But Rabs, actually, that wasn't Solid Snake.
Yeah. Okay, so you picked Solid Snake. He's going to die mid-interview of Fox die.
So maybe you should go back and play the game and educate yourself before you make such.
I'd rather have Big Boss, the OG, than Solid Snake.
All right, you can have him. You can wank off to guns, and I'll have sexy dying Solid Snake.
Dying
Fine.
old man.
Oh,
who,
dying
like,
old man.
turns fucking grey hair mid
Yes.
times.
Harry, what's your final answer? What's your one?
I don't know. You guys have distracted me so much with
Sorry.
Solid Snake talk. Again, yet again, that's one of my favorite things about this podcast. A game franchise that you two love so much, and I've literally never played. I'm just like
God, you need to
completely
play it.
like out of the loop. But I think it's funny. I'm never going to play it because of this. I think it's
No!
so funny. It's so funny that you two are like obsessed with this fucking franchise. Just like every podcast, at least it gets one name drop, and I just never played it. I just have no clue what's
We love
going
you,
on.
Hideo Kojima. Come on
I
the
love
podcast.
you. Please, 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 please.
I think I just get Cynthia from Pokemon, like one of the greatest Pokemon trainers ever.
The GOAT.
And
What's she
she's
do
the
again?
waifu. Huh? She's like the Elite Four champion. one of the games.
Yeah.
She's like
With the Garchomp. She's scary.
she's pretty
Oh,
cool.
yeah. She's like the goth kind of one.
yeah, she's really cool.
Oh, she's sexy.
Yeah,
It's Shepard for me. Commander Shepard.
Commander Shepard for you. All right.
And a sole effort to not pick Hideo
Just
Kojima
a Hideo Kojima character.
and
Yeah.
I guess Lydia gets Snake then.
I get Snake. I'm going to have Snake.
She picked Solid
Solid
Snake.
Snake.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
gets
I want Solid
fucking
Snake.
Wait, I've just
dying of
realised-
Fox die.
I just reread the question. If you had the ability to make an AI that mimicked any
Oh.
video game character, I mean, the training material for Cynthia is going to be really interesting. This is going to be
True.
the internet search history for
What do you mean,
Cynthia
Harry?
isn't great.
Oh god, yeah.
What do you
It's
mean?
going to be an interesting podcast. Let's just save up lots of the sex questions, I think.
That's true, actually. How would these characters react to some of the questions that we get? Like, would they
like, I bullied a kid in school or whatever. It's just like fucking. What does Solid Snake have to say about that?
Okay, be useless. Maybe Nathan Drake would be good, the Uncharted guy, because he's a bit of a joker, isn't he? He's got a little bit of a cheeky humor, old Nathan Drake.
Would Shepard be like amused by like pegging talk?
Pegging? Would he like? She like pegging?
Depends if it's a Renegade or Paragon playthrough. Honestly, I can see it certainly in all my fan fictions I've read.
Hi guys, I love the podcast and it always helps me get through those tedious days at work. My question is this. I turned 18 recently and I had arranged to go out for some drinks with my friends. I'd give them all plenty of notice and they were up for it, but on the night I sat waiting for them to turn up and not one person came. This was weird, and initially I thought I'd mess up the day, but saw that one friend had uploaded a photo of them all at another bar instead. I went home that night and just went to bed. Didn't mention it for a day or so and didn't hear from anyone. But I eventually asked one friend what happened. They responded saying, "Oh, yeah, I forgot. I'm not sure how to bring this up in the future. Is it something I should just forget about? I don't want to cause issues, but it's really upset me and I don't know what to do. P.S. We all get along really well. We rarely argue and all have a good laugh together. So this is really odd. I'm always the person organizing stuff and it is normally a mission to get people to respond, pay for things, suggest times, etc. But this has never happened before. I just need some advice on what to do and maybe just get your opinion on it. Thanks a lot, guys. Love you." Boom. Right. What do we... What do you think of this?
Sorry.
Yeah,
That sucks.
that
Sorry,
does
buddy.
fucking sucks.
They're weirdly positive at the end. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? That was a real positive uptick that I didn't see, going and just like, we all really get along. It's all really great, blah, 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 blah. Like that. I was expecting to be like, they're fucking all assholes. They are probably the biggest asshole friends I've ever had.
Yeah,
Makes
this
it kinda
person
hard.
sounds quite level-headed and quite sweet, which makes it almost even sadder. Like my heart broke reading this because it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's actually also similar to something we had recently, wasn't it?
I feel like we answered something relatively similar.
It
It
was
was
a
the birthday one when
birthday
people were
one.
expecting to pay.
Right. Yeah.
That-
So
but
this is different. Yeah.
Did they give their age on that birthday one?
I don't think they did.
No, I don't think they did. But it seemed like they were more mature. It seemed like they were older. Not more mature, but they were older. Like 18, 18's not young, but it's still like kind of teenage years,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I was. Yeah.
Honestly, I think my advice would just be like, I'd chalk it up as your friends goofed, they fucked up, and you give them the pass. Because I do think at that age, people can just be a bit useless. Like I certainly remember nothing to. This is quite an extreme standing up, right? But certainly my friends have done things like that in the past, and I think you can get away. You can give them one pass, right? And they're probably a bit awkward, which is why they don't really want to admit it and say sorry, because that's also what teenagers kind of like.
If this is a one-time thing, then like, okay, you know what I mean? But I'd be also, you got to text to remind people stuff. Like if you're an organizer, you can't I can't say, "Hey, you guys, good to do this thing at the end of the month," and then it's the end of the month, and then you've not reminded anyone, and they suddenly have different plans. Like people are forgetful.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, this one is really, it's hard. I'm trying to imagine, I think even myself when I was 18, the group of friends I had, like, if they would have done something like this, I would have thought, it would have been super devastating.
Yeah, I
And
would be devastated.
yeah, not something to easily just forget. But I guess at the same time,
I feel like you gotta identify like who is your closest friend of all of them, and then like send them a message about it, and not in like an accusatory way. Just be like, "Shit, man, that made me really sad. That wasn't dope. I wanted to hang out."
Yeah, could you send a text being like, "Hey, like, I hope this doesn't come off as me being angry. I'm just a bit sad about what happened with my birthday. Like, no one turned up. I was a bit hurt. Like, are we all cool?" kind of thing, and see what they say. Because the one person just said, "Oh yeah, I forgot." Like, did they not apologize?
That person sounds like an asshole. Like,
That one sounds like a cunt.
Why didn't they say sorry or like anything like that? But then they say that they're really good friends and they have a good laugh together. So it is strange. It's not like these are people that are like sort of frenemies where they're your mates, but they're just dickheads.
I also like, I don't want to like stereotype, but none of my mates, 18-year-old boys, I don't know how often you're having those kind of conversations. I mean, it is all super bantery. It's all super.
Yeah.
Being super in your feelings isn't.
Yeah, I feel like, this really hurt me. Like, where were you? And it was like, I was fucking your mum, mate. Whoa.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
God,
Like, you're not getting a real fucking answer. That's why I say I think if you want to move forward, you got to probably chalk it up and move on. Obviously, you're not going to forget it, and
No.
I would grudge them for it forever because I'm a little bit petty like that. But yeah, I think you got to try. If you think there's a friend you can trust to give you an actual honest answer, yeah. I don't know, it's hard. It's a really rough one.
Maybe forgive, but don't forget. If anything like this happens again, where you're left feeling really like underappreciated.
What you
or
don't want to
forgotten
do though,
about.
right, is make it a compounding issue where you now feel distance. You stop trying to organize things, or you stop reaching out, and then you don't get invited. You know what I mean? It just becomes actually this bigger issue than sprawls out into you don't hang out with them anymore. And if you don't want that to happen, then you can't disengage. You got to just like keep trying to do the good.
See, that's why like it's hard, right? Because that's why I would say like you need to talk to someone, because if you don't, it's just going to fester and you're going to be upset at them and it's going to linger. Whereas if you talk to them and get some kind of clarity, you might be able to like completely sort the situation out. They might literally be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You didn't text. I completely forgot, whatever. There might be a reason, and they're very apologetic, and you can just move on. But again, like you said, I know maybe the sort of...
the fact that actually, wait, just reading it again. I thought it was just a single friend, sorry. But saw that one friend had uploaded a photo of them all at another bar instead.
Well, that's what I don't get. Why would you not?
That's pretty fucked up.
Why weren't you invited to that?
I thought it was implying that only one friend was like at another bar or something. But if they're all at the other bar, that's fucking weird.
I don't really. Yeah, I would talk to someone about it.
You have to call them on it and just speak to one of your closest mates of the group, because God, boys.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
Don't do that shit in the group chat, homie.
Yeah. It's hard because I feel like it is a different experience. Because when I feel like as a with a group of girl mates, I could send that message and it would be okay. But like I'm imagining it's a different kind of vibe, and talking about your emotions at that age, maybe. Well, yeah, it depends completely on the person.
What would you say, Ravs? Were your mates like that?
I would super like hold a grudge, and I don't know, like I don't know if my mates would do this. I don't know how to feel in that situation. Like, I don't think my mates would ever like plan to go out and exclude me from the activity on purpose.
No, it's a really shitty thing to do.
We had like group chats and stuff like that. We were always checking. Like we were very checky. Like, hey, you still doing this thing? Are we doing this thing? Are we going here? Who's coming? Like all that stuff. Like, so this is kind of like foreign to me as a concept.
Yeah, I think it's hard. I think also we don't know, like, was he messaging them all of that night, being like, hey guys, where you at, etc., etc. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, if that's the case, then fuck these guys.
Yeah, if you were, then like you got to remind people, bro. You got to keep them in the loop. What's going on? Like,
yeah.
Also, in this day and age, like if you're 18, like back then we'd organize stuff in like Facebook
chat? Groups, Facebook invites.
I mean, Facebook Messenger.
Also, like most of the time, I was going out and I'd be like, turn my data off. I ain't wasting my data on a Facebook group chat. Like, I just go into the place people are at. Like, whereas nowadays everyone's on fucking WhatsApp, and it's like super easy, like to locate or share where you are and stuff. So,
oh my God, yeah. The first time I received a live location on WhatsApp, it blew my mind. I was like, what
same.
the fuck?
What is this witchcraft?
I can just see where you are. Okay.
Yeah, Good luck.
And I'm sorry that happened, because it fucking sucks. And if you want to give us an update and let us know, like,
write in.
Write in.
Certainly don't. If you guys are 18, don't go for the deep emotional approach. Just hold a grudge forever.
Okay, so we've got different bits of advice.
I wonder if you allow them the exit of saying they forgot. Do you know what I mean? And you position it more of, oh wait, how come I didn't get invited? Do you know what I mean? It's more like, oh, I was at this bar. I thought we were all meeting up here. You don't mention it's your birthday. You just be like, I thought we were doing this here, but you guys all went there. How come I didn't? Like, can you let me know next time? Like, you give them the exit, you let them take it, and then they know that you're aware and you're fucking not cool about it.
Even us now though, we have fucking erratic plans. Like, we barely ever text each other what we're doing.
Dude, I don't text anyone.
It's just like it's like, who's about in the office? We going to the pub? All right, cool.
Yeah. It's like a very disjointed. It's not like well organized or anything.
No.
Yeah.
So maybe it was that sort of situation. They were just near each other and they just went to the bar and forgot that there was something else happening.
Yeah, maybe they were just doing a thing and then.
I feel like at that age you organize it more, right? Like,
yeah, I certainly did.
Pretty erratic because we're just all fucking useless adults. Like, yeah, I don't know. Good luck to them though.
Good luck.
Good luck. As always, thank you all for listening. Make sure you rate and review us on whatever place you listen to these. YouTube people, you finally have all the podcasts. Stop complaining. Okay?
YouTube people, honestly, I was like enamored with
Blowing my
Sam.
mind.
I was enamored with Sam getting all the videos done, and then he was putting them out. Sure, it wasn't in the right order, Mr. YouTube guys, but like, holy shit, everyone just complaining.
Everyone was so mad. It's like, here's free content for you. You fucks.
It's also content that was available on Spotify. Come on, guys. There's an ordered playlist. You can just click on the playlist, bruh.
Yeah, exactly.
God damn YouTube guys. Well, I
But
hope
now
it's all caught up. Fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah. But rate and review. YouTube probably going to dislike this video.
I
now.
know this is gonna be so disliked.
Ravs, I'm going to dislike their fucking comments. How about that?
Yep. Get owned, YouTube. Thank you to our lovely patrons for your support as well. Should hopefully have something for you soon, ? At patreon.com/0degrees. We're trying to get ahead. We're trying.
We're trying.
We say recording this the night before it's going live.
Look, I was away for a week. I take the blame.
We were busy. But
Yeah.
we'll be hitting scheduled stuff soon.
Oh yeah.
And keep sending in your questions. You can find it in the description and other places.
Yeah, we've been having a lovely regular beat of questions coming in, so keep it up.
Yeah.
It's
Don't
much
stop.
appreciated.
Keep them coming.
We like it. Good times.
Hell yeah. Thank you very much for listening.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
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 See
See
ya.
ya.
Bye.
Bye.